You'll never hear a crackhead talking about, I ain't got no money, so I ain't gonna smoke today. You feel me? So how you gonna let a crackhead out hustle you? You feel me?
Right.
I never let a crackhead out hustle.
I like that.
Think about it. You be downtown, Jay, they run up to everybody's car with that cup. They might have 13 cents in it, but they going to everybody's car.
Right.
Them folks, when they get their 5 or 10, whatever they trying to get, then they good for the day. But they hustle. They ain't let money be the lack of not being able to get their goals accomplished. You ain't got mentorship, you gonna crash out. Like, you gonna be chasing your tail, like they say, a dog chasing his tail, you ain't gonna know where you're going.
Right.
The thing that inspired me was seeing people in business getting legit paper, you feel me?
Right.
It's easy to get some money out the streets, it's easy. Anybody can do that.
Right.
But if you can really get a legit hustle,
right,
become a millionaire, a billionaire off of that, now that takes time, that takes discipline, that takes a lot.
Right.
And that's what motivated me to really, make that I can't say 360, but that 180 degree change, man. Cause ain't nobody gonna believe. It's one thing I learned. Ain't nobody gonna believe in you till you believe in yourself.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna put no paperwork behind you. Ain't nobody gonna shop with you till you have that confidence and you showing that you believe in yourself.
Hey there, definitely want to welcome you to the Rise of the 1% podcast alongside me, James J.C. Williams.
Yes, sir.
There it is. And on this podcast, you're going to discover the strategies, the tools, the insights to dominate and get to the top 1% of your industry and what you are pursuing. Today, we got a good friend of mine, a brother of mine, here in the building with us at the Rise of the 1% headquarters.
A trendsetter.
There it is. Absolutely. Definitely a trendsetter. And me and this guy go way back. I'm talking about over a decade now. I met him when I was actually in the entertainment business. And from the entertainment business, we actually got into the network marketing industry together as well. And he crushed it in that. And then he went on to get into the print and the apparel business, and he's crushing it with that right now. I mean, if you in Atlanta and you don't know this guy for print, I don't know what rock you've been under, because everybody in the city of Atlanta right now, when it comes to getting any type of print work done, they going through this brother here. We got Mr. Customz.
What's going on?
Calvin Luxford, Jefe in the building.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. We're glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here, man. Part of the Rise of the 1% podcast.
Absolutely.
We just in the building chilling.
There it is.
And I just want to put this out there, man. Like, I seen you all the way, from the beginning and like the whole journey. Like, I just admired like your hustle and everything that I seen from how you was in the beginning to where you is now. Like the growth. Like, it just. It's inspirational, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna dive into that.
Right.
So, what we want to first of all start off with, Calvin, is tell us a little bit about who you are,
all right,
and what you're currently doing, and just a little bit about your journey.
All right. Well, man, my name's Calvin Luxford. Most people call me Mr. Customz Print. A lot of my partners call me Jefe now. Some people still call me Playa C.
There it is.
Man, we making moves out here. We trying to change lives, man. Been in the print game now for going on 6 years. I like to say I'm your favorite printer's printer.
There it is.
Printing for some of everybody. People you hearing on the radio, from Lil Baby to Rollo, Cujo Goody, Bobby V. Man, you name it. We didn't basically print it for them, man. And we still printing for them. A lot of athletes from Cam Newton.
Okay.
Got another Cam print now from the Chiefs who just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Man, it's taking off, man.
Huge.
That's huge.
And we still doing the print. Got our hands in a couple of restaurants, nightclubs. And man, we getting back into the music industry, man.
There it is.
So we blessed right now, man.
There it is. We definitely gotta give a round of applause for that.
Right.
True 1% stuff. True 1% stuff.
All right. Yeah.
Absolutely. So tell me this, Calvin. I mean, you doing a lot of things great right now in terms of entrepreneurship and business and servicing people. Was it always that way?
Nah, man.
Tell us a little bit about your journey.
Man, I'm gonna put it like this, man. I've been touching money for a minute now, but it ain't been all the way legit. You feel me? I ain't be all the way transparent because them days over with, man. Man, it's been a struggle, man, to lock all the way in. You know, for a lot of people when they start businesses, it's easy just to go all the way in, but
right.
It's always been like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know, it's just like when a lot of these rappers get record deals, they don't take it serious because you been getting money over here doing something totally different. You really don't need it. This ain't what's feeding your family. Right. This ain't what's, you ain't gonna die if your business don't prevail or not. You feel me?
Right.
But what really motivated me and wanted to make me turn everything around was the thing that inspired me was seeing people in business getting legit paper. You feel me?
Right.
It's easy to get some money out the streets. It's easy. Anybody can do that.
Right.
But if you can really get a legit hustle, become a millionaire, a billionaire off of that, now that takes time, that takes discipline, it takes a lot.
Right.
And that's what motivated me to really, make that I can't say 360, but that 180 degree change, man. Because it's been a struggle, man. I'm tired. My first print shop, man, you wouldn't find me there 1 day a week. I'm still out chasing paper in other ways, you feel me?
Right.
But as different opportunities came, different people pulled me to the side. Like, man, you got something good going for yourself. I was taking it for granted. I ain't gonna lie. I was taking it for granted, man. But as different people, it's crazy. God was sending different people I didn't even know. They would just be from the outside looking in to speak to me. Like this one lady, it was an old Jamaican lady one day came in my shop and just had a long talk to me out of nowhere. She said, God put it on the heart, you feel me? It's like that helped me turn everything around, you feel me? But man, I done been everything from, I done got locked up, I got kicked out of college, some of everything. Your boy been thugging now.
Right.
I get asked about Playa C and Bankroll Shorty and all that.
Oh yeah.
For real, man. Jefe, hey, y'all can ask. I done been around, you feel me?
Yeah.
Right. But I'm thankful I done been through that because this done put me where I'm at, you feel me?
Absolutely.
So, right. And I want to just hit on like you talking about your faith because I believe that has a big part of it. Like you said, you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. But like when you know that you gotta put it all in, and it's like my business have to succeed or I die. Sometimes you gotta have that mentality. You just have to have that faith, and that's so key to turn everything around. That's why I was just having that conversation with
you. You gotta lay it on the line, man. For real.
You do.
Ain't nobody gonna believe. This one thing I've learned. Ain't nobody gonna believe in you till you believe in yourself. Right. Ain't nobody gonna put no paper up behind you. Ain't nobody gonna shop with you till you have that confidence. And you showing that you believe in yourself.
Yeah, it is huge.
That's all it is to it.
Right.
Awesome. So, Calvin, tell me this: have you had any mentorship along the way, or did you just figure all this out on your own?
I wish I did, man. Man, plenty of mentorship, man. When I was coming through the network marketing, you was my mentor. You feel me? I had a couple other mentors in network marketing. When I got into printing. Man, my guy Sean, man, it was so funny. And some people might get mad when I say this, but I don't care how you feel, for real. When I first started printing, I didn't have all my equipment. I didn't know what I was doing. So I went to everybody trying to get help, man. Put me on, man. Let me, show me. I'll work for you for free. Just show me. I want to learn this.
Right.
It was a Chinese guy named Sean. He real known Glenwood Flea Market, man. He been there for over 10 years. You feel me? He was like, man, he put me in the game. Like he really helped me out. He showed me, like, this is what you do, this is what you do. I couldn't get that from nobody in my skin color, you feel me? I had to go outside my race, but home to this day, I still pay homage to that man. When I could help him, vice versa, when he helped me, he still helped me. He helped me get, with this print game, he put me in the game. And just everything else just came from the hustle. That's it.
That it is. So how do you feel in terms of the level of importance of having mentorship with somebody that can coach you along the way? Is that very important?
Oh yeah, man. If you ain't got mentorship, you're gonna crash out. Like you're gonna be chasing your tail, like they say, a dog chasing his tail, you ain't gonna know where you're going.
Right.
Like, you can make it without mentorship, but it's gonna take you way longer.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like, some stuff I ain't gonna lie, I figured out on my own, but the majority of the stuff, mentorship. You had to call, hey man, I need a favor, man. You need, hey, put me in the game, man.
Right.
Which way I need to go, or what's the move on this? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, that's the best way. You're gonna cut down 50% to 70% of your time trying to learn on your own. I mean, not trying to learn on your own when you get a mentor.
Exactly. See, I feel like a lot of people out there, they may be afraid. And you can't be afraid in this.
You can't be
whatever
afraid.
you're doing to reach out to people.
I know some partners that got paper, but they won't humble themselves enough to ask somebody else for some help. You feel me? Like, man, you gotta be humble, man. If you really want to get there, you gotta humble yourself and go to those who got what you got, who got what you want. You feel me?
Right.
That's the only way you gonna get it.
There it is. So tell me this, Calvin. What is one of your favorite quotes? How do you apply this to your life and business?
Man, my favorite quote, trap or die. Trap or die and get rich or die trying, but trap or die.
Okay.
I say trap or die. Like, a lot of people associate the trap with negativity, but the trap could be anything.
Exactly.
I always on my Instagram, the t-shirt trapping. Anything you do is a trap. Y'all doing a podcast, this y'all trap. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, man, you gotta stay down. It's either you gonna kill or get killed in business. You feel me? You gonna eat or get ate. You either eat, you at the table or you on the plate. I'm be at the table. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
You gotta keep going.
So I just want to ask you that, like, for people who don't understand what trap means, like, can you just explain what the trap means?
Man, trap, just sell something. Whatever you selling or whatever you doing, you staying down with it. You turning your how can I put it? You turning your investment into a profit, no matter what it is. Like, if you trapping t-shirts, you could be trapping hair bundles. You could be trapping funnels, whatever. Anything is a trap. Anything that can make you money is a trap. If you working 9 to 5, that's your trap. You feel me?
Right.
Whatever bring you money is your trap. You just gotta beat it out.
Right. And see, I believe, we learned a lot of those lessons from the streets.
Yeah.
Because we understood that, it still was a process.
Exactly.
And only how we was able to get to a certain level, you had to stay down.
Yeah.
And that's how we were able to transfer a lot of these things to the businesses that we have today.
Man, I tell my wife that every day, man. I'm thankful for everything I learned from the streets. Because I apply it to my business. That's how my business so turned up.
Right.
Like, man, I work 24/7. Like,
Always.
Trap, you feel me?
Always in it.
People got a better price, man. I'm gonna hit them at that better price. You feel me? All that.
Yep.
Like, man, it's just like the trap. You feel me? Somebody over here got some good work. You gotta go get some better work. You feel me?
Yep.
You gotta do that. You feel me? You gotta beat shorter prices. You feel me?
Yep.
Or come off some more so you can stay in business. You feel me? Like, man,
The concept's the same.
Yeah, you just gotta hustle. It's a hustle.
Exactly.
Why you sleep with somebody working? Why we sit here doing this podcast with somebody working? Man.
Exactly.
I always look at life like that. While I'm partying, while I'm doing whatever, it's somebody working.
Work ethic is key.
Yeah.
And Calvin definitely does have it. I can tell you that.
You gotta work.
There be plenty late nights. I talk to C on the phone and he in the print shop getting it in while most people sleep.
Yeah, you gotta work, man.
Yeah, work ethic is definitely key.
Yeah, people wonder why they don't have what other people have. People see, like, for instance, people see Baby and his squad running around the city in foreigns. You feel me?
Right.
They don't have any songs that man to record to get the way he at. You feel me? They don't know none of that. Nights on the road away from his family, any of that.
Right.
They don't see none of that. They just see what Brad now. You feel me?
Right, exactly.
Like, man, you gotta stay down. You gotta sacrifice. You feel me?
Exactly.
You gotta sacrifice. I'm glad I got the family I got because they understand when I'm out, it's about some paper. You feel me? One way or another. If I'm in the club, I'm in there politicking with somebody getting some money out that club one way or another.
Big. Hey, that's big.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this then. What you feel like is one of the biggest obstacles or challenges that you have probably met so far?
Man, just getting focused. Like, getting focused and not running the streets, not trying to take the easy ride out or run with my partners doing this. You know, man, like, it be enticing. You feel me? Somebody might make 10 bands doing this in 5 minutes, but it might take me a week. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I ain't got to look behind my back. I could be anywhere with my family. You feel me? I ain't got to worry about that. Right. So it's really just my biggest obstacle being focused, like being able to focus and separate what I need to do and what I don't need to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
That is.
And then, like, for your point on being focused, do you feel like you had to get away from your environment sometimes just to help you with that? Like, what's on the
not really, because I still talk to people on a daily basis. You feel me? It's just I had to make up my mind. Like me, like once I make up my mind to do something, I'm gonna do it. Like I want to stop smoking cigarettes. I stopped cold turkey. You feel me? I was just talking to G. I want to stop drinking. I stopped drinking. You feel me? Like you just, man, when I make up my mind to do something, to get something, I'm gonna do it regardless.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta be headstrong.
Like
you gotta be
headstrong.
You gotta make a decision to stand on it. That's it.
Yeah, that's big because it was the same way for me, and I know it's the same way for you. It's like we can all relate to that. Like I smoke cigarettes, but one day I just looked at all the negatives. I didn't even see any pros to it. Yeah. I'm like, why is I'm doing it?
Right.
And then I just stopped. Like I never, you know what I mean, never look back.
Make that decision
just like that, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, I know people go through different challenges,
right?
But it's, you know, it's just something you had to get over.
Yeah. And then when you realize, like one thing I realized in life as well is everything is on a decision. You know, if I'm turning out of this complex and I make a right, that might take me to the house. Mm-hmm. But if I say, man, I'm gonna go the other way, I'm gonna go to the left, I might get in a wreck. That wreck could injure me where I can't work. It could kill me, anything. But they just show you one wrong choice can affect everything from here on out for you. You feel me?
Right.
Like when you look at life like that, you just gotta, man, what's more important? You feel me? Me getting this fast money or being locked up away, I can't enjoy nothing I work hard for. I can't enjoy my kids growing up, none of that. You feel me? Like it's all about decisions. And when you really, I can say this humbly, when you really start growing up, you can make those decisions. You feel me?
Right. And I want to hit on Sunseed. Another thing that you that I actually took on after you, because I remember one time we had a conversation, and like in my younger days or whatever, like being in the streets, like, I went through a lot of different obstacles and struggles. And one time you said to me, we were talking about when we were transitioning, we was in network marketing, we were getting like money and stuff, and you were saying something about like you being used to getting to a certain amount of money. And I sat there and I thought about that. I said, man, that really would inspire me. Like when you talk about decisions, that now you have to start making the right, proper decisions on every move that you make, because you tired of being in the struggle, or you tired of living a certain type of way.
Right.
And so it's like everything you do is about them decisions. And I always thought about like, man, that's why I had to do the things so I could have the things that I want today, you know?
Yeah, like, man, it's all a decision and hustle, man. You gotta work. That's it.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, tell me this here, C. What has been your biggest aha moment over these last years? And talk about like the events that led up to that aha moment in your life, or either your business, or even both. Yeah. What's been like your biggest aha moment? In
life, I would say when I got married, like it was an aha moment. Like, man, I got other people. I've always had people dependent on me, but I got people dependent on me. But it really hit home when my daughter was born. And it's like, oh shit, like nigga, like I mean, it's real. Like, don't nobody else depend on you in this world. If your wife leave you, you know, anybody, your daughter gonna depend on you no matter what.
Right.
So that was the biggest aha moment. You feel me? Like
that's big
in my life. In business, man, I would say when I got an email for a contract from one of these watershed management for the city. And man, it was like $97,000. And that's what made me look like, man, these folks giving out money like this, for print jobs, man, that's it. Like, you on the right path, you feel me?
Right.
These folks even looking at you to send you that contract. Cause you know, I got an email with me, Centos, a couple other big, huge companies, you feel me? And I'm like, man, these folks even considering me for a contract like this?
Right.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's it, you feel me?
That's
like,
huge.
Wow. How you was able to get the type of contracts like that?
Man, just networking, and just, man, one thing I found out in business, whether a person getting one shirt or 1,000 shirts, treat everybody the same. Go the extra mile for everybody. Like on the way here, I just had to meet a girl with 2 shirts. Like go the extra mile because everybody knows everybody, or everybody can point you in a direction, or somebody, like it may be a meeting right now. Somebody I did a good deed for, they like, hey, I know somebody that print. You feel me? I get calls like that all the time. Like such and such referred you. I might not even remember the person, but such and such referred you. They said they spoke good on you. We want to work with you. You feel me? Like relationship, man. Just treating folks, everybody treating everybody how you want to get treated. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, networking and relationships is definitely key. And they always say your network equals your net worth, right? Exactly.
Like most of the celebrities I print for came from word of mouth, or either like just relationships, like people knowing people. Such and such baby daddy, such and such partner, such and such cousin. You feel me? Like, or she do makeup for whoop de whoop. You feel me? Like you'd be surprised who know people. Like you said it the other night when we was out. You feel me? Yeah. Like man, you'd be surprised, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
So what actually has you excited about the business and life? So far, like for your business, like what actually
being able to leave some stuff for my family. Something happened to me, being able to leave something for them, man. Yeah, that's it.
That generational wealth.
This conversation.
Generational wealth.
Yeah,
that's it, man.
Gotcha. And what would you say? See, is your vision? We know vision is key. They say without vision, the people should perish. Says that in a good book. So, what is your vision? Like, talk about the importance of having vision. What is your vision?
Man, my vision, I want to open up. I want to have at least 5 other like locations throughout the country. You feel me?
Okay.
Like whether it's dealing with just funeral homes or just weddings. I've been getting in good with a lot of event planners. You feel me? Just a one-stop shop. When people think about print, especially like all over 3D print or anything to do with sublimation, they think about Mr. Customz.
Right.
And just being able to provide some of everything, man, like from sports uniforms. Like I even want to get into, I've been doing like Little Leagues and AU. I want to get into like, I want to be rubbing shoulders with Nike and Reebok. You feel me? I want to be doing professional jerseys, stuff like that. And that's it, man. Just a lot of merch for like artists, man, because I love music, artists. Like doing a lot of merch for that, man.
There it is. I can definitely see that happening for you too.
Appreciate that.
Definitely the path you're going down right now. So, tell me this. See, because I know you was doing the entertainment business, like you say, 1 foot in, 1 foot out in terms of the streets and stuff. Was there anything that you would say, like, that may have held you back from becoming an entrepreneur a whole lot quicker and stuff like that? Like starting your own businesses and stuff like that? Do you think it was anything holding you back? Specifically that you could think?
Myself, man, like, I used to think like dressing up in suits. I used to think that shit was corny as hell. Man. I ain't doing that.
I remember we did you a pre-grand opening for your network marketing business. And I never forget, I came in with my suit and tie speaking to all C partners and stuff and family and stuff, and C came up there with some trues on. I remember that. C had the braids hat on, the fitted on, and everything. But you made that transition over time. But go ahead.
No, was you the only person there dressed up?
I think I was the only person dressed up. I was in my suit and tie, and I don't even wear a lot of suits like I used to. But back then, we were suit and tie. That first network marketing company we was in. So I never forget that.
Yeah, man. I think that was it, man. It just, like, my dad was a big entrepreneur. My mom was too, but I don't know, man. I would say I was holding myself back. Like, I didn't want to do all that. And then I was getting money so fast. Like, I might go to the club, mess up some money. The next morning, I'm up early picking up some more money for people that woke up. You feel me?
Right.
Like, so it was like, man, I don't know. That slow money, I don't know. I was holding myself back, man. And I would say it was really the lack of knowledge. You feel me? Like, Man, most of the times, like, I had to, like, growing up, I was around hood stuff. It wasn't because my parents was messed up or nothing like that. It's because I get in trouble. I had to be around it. You feel me?
Right.
But it's like, growing up, that's all I can't say. I had other stuff to look up to, but that's all I wanted to look up to. You feel me? People I know getting money. So, you know, as a kid, as you grow older, you keep seeing stuff. It's gonna sink into your brain. It's gonna hit your subconscious. It's gonna be like, yeah, that's what you want. That's what you supposed to do. It's how you supposed to act. You feel me? That's all you seen.
Right.
And that's how it was, man. It was just like, man, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Everybody know what real. Besides my dad and a couple of his friends, everybody know what real businesses was moving stuff to their businesses. You feel me?
Right.
It was a cover up. So
Yeah.
I was like, man, I always looked at it like, man, I don't know about that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, that's so key. It's just like when you went to like the mindset of it, because it's not something that it's just you want to do. It's just something you've seen all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that what plays on effect with a lot of us, you know what I mean, at the early stages.
Environment is key.
In our environment.
Environment is definitely key.
Yeah, you know, people be hyping you up, you feel me?
Right.
Like, all that, man. Like, when I look back at it now, I be like, man, I used to do some stupid stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was the same thing I was saving for myself in my early high school years. You know, we went to Columbia, of course. And, you know, I came up off Glenwood Road, which is, it has nice parts. Then, of course, it has its not so nice parts. So, a lot of my buddies.
Today, hey, I got to say, long live player. I just gave him a shout out.
There it is.
Man.
There it is. Long live player. Definitely. And so, like, back then, I had, you know, different buddies as well getting involved in the streets at a very young age, because that's pretty much what they came up around. So I found myself at times getting in the midst in terms of that particular environment, even at a young age myself. But then, once again, just like you see, I had to think about the long term. You know, especially as I started to see many of my buddies getting locked up. Some of them dying young. I said, man, do I really want to put my family through that? You see what I'm saying? No, I don't. So I'm going to have to make a change of direction. And that's when I went down a whole nother path. Many of them was dropping out of high school. I kept on going. And at the time, some of them started to think I was acting some type of way or acting, you know, different and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I really just didn't care. I was like, I got to think about me, my future, and my family, and their future as well. So had to separate myself. But like you say, environment is definitely key. And to this day, I don't have nothing against none of the guys I came up with. They still my people. It's just we had to go down different paths.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you, what do you feel like is the top 2 or 3 skills that you must master as an entrepreneur to be successful?
Man, you got to know your craft. I would say that's one. Like, shouldn't nobody, it's always good to be able to learn more, but shouldn't nobody be able to out-talk you about your craft. You just got to know and love your craft. The second thing is you got to hustle. Like, you got to work, man. You got to work you got to work. You got to work. I can't say what I want to say because I'm trying to keep it clean, but you got to work, man. Like, you got to work. You got to work your back out. And the third thing is just networking.
Right.
Networking. So you get in, get in them circles where you want to be. You feel me?
Right.
You might not have what you want, but you can go hang with the people who got what you want.
There it is.
And one way or another, being in them networks gonna pull you up. It's gonna make you work harder first off, because you gonna feel like, man, they work to get there, I can work. And then once you get in good with them folks, them relationships gonna pull you up as well.
Exactly.
So like, man, that's the 3 things.
That is.
Right, and I just want to hit on that work part because I know how we are taught, like, and we programmed in a way when we come through school to actually work for 8 hours. Like, when we go to school, how long you go to school for? Maybe like, it's about 6 to 8, around that range.
Something like that, yeah.
And then you go into adulthood,
right.
And then you're doing the same thing. And so I look at it as saying that, you do have the repetition. Like, you got to wake up in the morning, you got somewhere to be, you got to do it.
Right.
Only difference is when you actually have the huge responsibility, you're a business owner,
right.
that 8 hours is gone. It's over with. So it's like, Yeah, you may be up 2-3 days at a time or whatever.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean?
At times, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so this is something I really wanted to ask you. Like, what is one of your number one productivity rituals that has led you to your success?
Man, I put my phones, I got like 4 cell phones, man. One of them I keep off, one of them I hide from myself, and the other 2 I put on Do Not Disturb. I mean, you gotta be close to me. G, I pick up the phone for G, or like you used to call me, but man, my wife, my mama, and my business partner, that's it. Like, I don't pick up the phone for nobody. People get mad and everything, but that's how I can stay focused, you feel me? Because when you on the phone all day, you can't be working on the phone doing, man, You gotta isolate yourself and focus on what you're focusing on. Do one thing, knock it out, then go to the next project. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's a great thing. You hit on that, being that we're in a world now where everybody's face is glued to their phone.
Yeah.
I know my dad recently had told me he was downtown one day walking down the street. And he just looked around, just observing. He said everybody's face was glued to their phone. And so it's the same thing even when you're building your business. You can't have your face constantly glued to your phone, looking at social media all throughout the day. All those are what we consider what? Distractions.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And you know what's so crazy?
And we're in a
about
distracted world now. We're in a more distracted world now than ever. Right. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with social media, but you know, it has its positives. Then of course it can have its downfalls too, depending upon how you use it.
All right, and it's just like I look at it as like, how do we survive? Like, how does the world survive without the phones now? Like we had to have a GPS to get to a location. Like, how did we do it before?
Man, I remember my auntie pulling out the map back in the day. I remember my auntie pulling out the map back in the day in the car, right? Yeah, and then like you say, MapQuest and stuff like that. Yeah, we're in a world full of distractions.
It's wild.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about marketing and branding. See, I know you heavy on posting on Instagram, on your page, and doing the stories and stuff like that. Is that the only way that you're marketing online? And then do you do anything offline right now? So how do you market your business to get new business?
Man, IG, like Instagram, stories, the posts, and man, just word of mouth. That's it, man.
Gotcha.
That's it. Like, that's it.
That's
like,
powerful.
Don't do nothing else.
Yeah, because it's like word of mouth. So this is back to what you said earlier. It's like you treat every customer the same.
Yeah.
And you treat them with a high value.
Exactly.
So it gets round.
And one thing I did too was set up a process to where I have people who don't do the type of print I do. They take their orders, they put a cap on it, but they still send the orders to me. So even if I don't want to answer none of my phones this week, I know they gonna bring me orders regardless. Like, even if I don't want to take no new orders, they out working because they making money too. You feel me?
Right.
It's another service that they can offer now. So they making money. They sending me orders. I'm making money off of that too. So that's it. And that still boil down to word of mouth.
Absolutely.
All right. Big business, man. Leveraging other people's efforts and time too. Exactly.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
And man, getting everybody network. That's it. Like,
networks
is powerful.
Right.
Everybody knows somebody.
So, you know, while you doing that, like leveraging other people time and efforts. So, like, what is like what does freedom look like to you?
Man, freedom to me, man, just comfortable, man. Like, everybody around me comfortable. You feel me? Like, that's it, man. Everybody's comfortable and happy, man. Like, I ain't gotta have the most money in the world. I ain't gotta be no billionaire, none of that. You feel me? I just want to be comfortable. No, me and my folks around me, everybody bills straight. Ain't nobody worry about no bills. Go what you want, do what you want to do. Everybody comfortable and straight, man. Ain't no worries. You feel me? Comfortable and happy.
Yeah,
a lot of times people don't realize, you know, with money, with having a lot of money comes bullshit too. You feel me?
Yeah, and big responsibilities.
Exactly. A lot of people ain't built for that. You feel me?
Right.
I'm built for it, but I just don't want to put up with it.
Right.
You feel me? Why? And I can still be comfortable because there's only so much money you can spend at the end of the day. And I'm not telling nobody don't reach for your goals or not. That's just my personal opinion. That's how I feel about my life. You feel me?
Right.
Like, it's only so much you can spend. As long as I can leave something for my kids, and everybody around me be straight, I'm good. I'm good, man.
That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. And happiness is key.
Happiness, that's it. That's it, man.
Right. I know that'll make me happy to see everybody around me, man.
Everybody cool, man. Exactly. You don't worry about no bills. You gonna enjoy life. What else is it to worry about? You feel me?
Right.
You gonna enjoy life.
Right.
The main thing that people be worried about is bills. If everybody bills straight, you good.
Exactly.
They give you time to focus on your health, focus on other stuff, but you happy. You feel me? You ain't got this stress on you.
Yeah. Do anything, travel together.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, just anything you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't got to be talking about, like you said, bills. I won't pay my mortgage or something like that.
Exactly, man. If you go just sit down in some places, man, you hear older people talking like, yeah, I got to pay my car note. I got to pay my rent coming up, man. I can't go out this weekend. I got to do this. Like, man, take that stress away, man.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about none of that.
Yep.
That's it.
And a lot of times too, like when I do hear it a lot of times, like how I'm wired, it's all about solutions. So what is the solution? Well, we need to get more money.
Exactly.
Like, period. Like, we need to figure out what we need to do to get more money instead of keep talking about it. These bills, and
exactly. Do something about it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Man, that's one thing G will tell you, man. That's one thing I hate hearing people talking about. I need some more money, man. Get up and get some money, man.
Yeah. Too much opportunity. Right.
Like, man, I think I said it to you, G. Like, one of my buddies sent me this shit a couple weeks ago, man. It said, you'll never hear a crackhead talking about, I ain't got no money, so I ain't gonna smoke today. You feel me? So how you gonna let a crackhead out hustle you? You feel me?
Right.
I never let a crackhead out hustle you. I like that. Think about it. You be downtown, Jay, they run up to everybody's car. With that cup, they might have 13 cents, but they going to everybody's car.
Right.
Them folks, when they get their 5 or 10, whatever they trying to get, then they good for the day. But they ain't let money be the lack of not being able to get their goals accomplished.
Exactly.
Like, man, you can't do that.
It's not that people don't have resources; they're not resourceful.
Yeah, make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Exactly. I agree.
Man, make it happen. Whatever you got to do, make it happen.
Wow, man, that's powerful. Everyone who's listening right now, boy, that's something to take what you really think about that. Like, you can learn from any type of situation that people going through, you know, like and apply it. It's just crazy. Yeah.
True, man. Make it happen.
Yeah, it's a lot of people's priorities too, man. I mean, because I speak to people that are owning businesses, looking to start businesses all the time, and sometimes certain people say, you know, I don't have the money to do X, Y, and Z. That's why my business is not growing, or I can't expand my business, this, that, the third. Is not that you don't have the money. Well, for one, there's a lot of different ways to be able to market your product or service. For one, to be able to obtain the money, go out and sell. That's the first thing. But not only that, there's a lot of different ways to come up with money if you really wanted to come up with that particular money. Right? Because if you had a family member or something and they was sick or ill, and the doctor said for this person to live, you need to come up with X amount of dollars, you will come up with it.
Right.
Because that's high priority to you. So a lot of times, I don't think people's businesses or their passion or their purpose
they don't find it important.
Very important to them at that particular time.
Yeah.
That's why they're not willing to become resourceful.
Yeah, and they just go back to beginning. That we just said, you gotta have that mentality is if I don't get to this level or I don't have this, I'm gonna die. Or it's like, you know, like everything gonna fall.
There it is.
That's how that's how I live every day too. That be on my mind. I gotta do it because one little thing could not, you know what I mean, everything could fall. That's how I be thinking.
Yeah, man, that's how I look at business, man. Like, it's nothing wrong with a job, but for me, a job just is not for me. My little brother work a job. He happy as hell. I'm happy for him.
Right.
But that's not me. You feel me?
Right.
Like, I'd rather bust my ass, do whatever I gotta do, sleepless nights for myself instead of working a job. You feel me?
Same here.
Like,
been that way for many years. But like you said, I definitely don't knock the working class. I mean, but it's not for everybody. Some people just have in them to be entrepreneurs or be business owners, go out and create, you know, solve problems, and live life on their own terms.
Yeah,
you just gotta want whatever you want. You gotta want it bad enough.
And it's all in ambition. You know,
is
it? You know, they get comfortable when you doing something mundane every single day. You just get a comfortable weight.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It ain't gotta be like that, man. If you listen to this, man, like, you ain't gotta stop dreaming, man. If it's something you really want to do, man, chase that shit, man.
Exactly.
For real. Like, if it's music, if it's doing whatever, man. Don't let age get in the way. None of that, man. Like, man, chase it.
There it
Chase
is. Absolutely. So, Calvin, name 3 of any top books that you've read that has had the biggest impact on your life or once again your business.
All right. Man, this is gonna sound bad, but I can't really reference like a spiritual book. I am religious. I can't really say like the Bible or the Quran or this or that because I haven't fully read none of them. So I can't say that. So I can't really say that. But I would say business wise, it's a book called Shut Up and Do It. I forgot the author. It's a real good book. Shut Up and Do It.
Okay.
It's another book called Hustle.
Okay.
That's real good. And it's another one. It's called The One Thing. I forgot the name of it. But it's a black and white book.
Right.
It talks to you about focusing on one thing, man. Don't be all over the place. But I would say those 3 books. That and it's another book called Crush It. And reading that book, Crush It, really opened my brain up to seeing how different people work in different social media platforms and killing it. It's markets like TikTok. I never thought about getting on. My wife, my nieces, all of them on that. Right. But I read, because I really don't read, but I listened to the audiobooks. When I was listening to it, it's a dentist on TikTok who grew her business to a multi-million-dollar business off of TikTok, off of making songs to relate to kids. Kids want to go there because they like her songs. You feel me? Like it's a way you could reading that book showed me it's a way you could leverage every platform, whether you heard about it or not. So I would say those books.
Yeah, shout out to Gary Vee. Because Gary Vee, when he makes those books like Crush It and the other 2 books that he came out with, it does give you that enlightenment that we may not even think about when it comes to these social media platforms. Exactly. And people take advantage of it and then they go into
Right.
It's crazy. Like, man, you'd be surprised.
So, see, let me ask you this, man. If you had to start over, right, all the way from 0, all right, what would be some of the steps that you would do just to get back to where you at right now?
Man, I would work harder. I get a mentor faster. And just take the business more serious. That's it. Take it more serious, work harder, get a mentor ASAP, out the gate. And that's pretty much it, man. Just network more. I would have networked more in my earlier stages. And that's it.
Awesome. Huge stuff. Awesome. Well, our last question before we go to wrap everything up, C. You have $500 to your name right now.
Yeah.
What would you invest that into? What would you put that money at?
Man, I would go back to T-shirts. That's where I'm at right now. T-shirts is like $1 billion industry right now, man. What I do if I had $500, I get on OfferUp. I get me a heat press for like $100. Man, I go get me some T-shirts, and I go get me some transfers, man, and I sell T-shirts. Flip that money over and over again. That's it.
There it is. There it is. Well, definitely, this has been an excellent
fire.
I appreciate y'all.
Extraordinary podcast episode here, man. We definitely appreciate your time and sharing these valuable nuggets, man, and keeping it all the way real.
Appreciate it.
Being all the way authentic, man, and sharing, where you came from, of course, to where you are today, and, just giving everybody some great insights on how they can really take whatever they're doing to the next level, even if it's apparel, print, or whatever they're pursuing at this particular time. We appreciate you, man, sharing them valuable nuggets. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank y'all for letting me be on here.
Absolutely.
I gotta say a few things before I go.
Definitely.
Gonna kill me.
Definitely. Go ahead.
I gotta say hey to my wife and kids. I love y'all.
There it is.
Man, if y'all in Atlanta, even if you ain't in Atlanta, we ship worldwide at Mr. Customz Print.
There it is.
If you hungry, go by the Hungry Ghost, 345 Edgewood Ave. Way to go by Graffiti. We'll be opening up sometime in March. I think it's 349 Decatur Street. And man, shout out to everybody, man. I love y'all, man. If you supported me, thank you. Please continue to, man. You know, may God bless you and your family.
There it is.
Man.
Awesome stuff.
I think that needs a round
of applause. 1% round of applause.
Oh yeah, and we got the mixtape on the way.
There it
Playa
is.
C and Hood Beats, we trap different.
Back at it. Back at it. Back at it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so what I want to definitely state, like I said once again, is thank you, C. The books that C actually referenced as well, we'll put some links in the show notes to this podcast, to those books. You all want to check those out. And if you got any value out of this, give this episode 5 stars. And make sure you subscribe to the Rise of 1% podcast as well. And for any of you all that are serious about either starting a business or even growing a business in 2020 and beyond, like literally crushing it, you looking for the strategies, the tools, the insights to be able to do that, check us out at www.theriseofthe1%.com. We got some goodies over there. We got a training over there for you and more information on our Rise of the 1% Academy as well. Oh, yeah. James, did you have anything else?
I vouch for you guys too when it comes to marketing. So they A1 the official.
There it is. Absolutely. Appreciate that. You had anything else?
No, just make sure that you hammer that like button, and also if leave any type of comments or anything you want us to talk about next episode.
Exactly. Any of your biggest takeaways from this episode, drop them in the comments. Any questions you have, drop them in the comments, and share this around with anyone else you feel could benefit as well. Once again, we thank you, C. Do you have any final words?
Man, I thank y'all for being on here, man, and even seeing y'all journey, man, the way y'all at, man, I'm proud of y'all boys, man. I'm happy to be, you know, in the same room and just with y'all, man. I'm honored. It was an honor to be on this with y'all, man.
Absolutely.
Same here, man.
Honor to have you.
Man. Y'all remember this 2020. We're going to do this again in another year. We're going to see where everybody at.
There it is. I love it, man. I love it. Appreciate it. With that said, we'll definitely see you all next time, and have a great day on purpose.